God. Alright, what's up? Been a little while since we've done a GamePlayer, because, you know, I've been doing other videos. But anyways, today we've got a game called Stickman Obstacle Course Demo. I'm not sure if everyone's seen this show, but it seems to be based on that show Wipeout, right? Where people do some sort of like athletic feats over obstacle course. But right here we got to play as this little stickman, and if we beat the game, we just beat the game. We don't get like $1 million or whatever. So it's developed by Birdie Games, and let's not waste any time. Let's check it out. Okay, Stickman Obstacle Course. Let's see, we've got several levels as well. Okay, let's see, level 1. Oh, I like how this guy just instantly changes the way that he's facing. Okay. So it seems that this might be a little bit of like a, I guess you could say, rage control. It seems to be a physics-based character, which compared to most platformer, they don't really have like realistic physics, right? At least not for the player themselves, because otherwise it makes it so that, you know, it's sort of difficult to control. But this game seems to This game seems to take a deliberately different approach. All right, this one's gonna be a little bit difficult. Alright, never mind, it's not that difficult actually. Okay, the level is actually like longer than I thought it would be. I thought we get through the boss obstacle and then that's it, but I guess there's actually like several obstacles per level. Alright, what's this? Alright, launchers over there. That's fine. Alright, there we go. Much better this time. And then that's it. Alright, easy. There's a ranking? That's pretty cool. There I am right here. My name is Baba Yaga Birthday Crash Out, by the way. Let's try another level. Oh, it seems that you don't even have to like press anything in order to hold on to stuff. It just does it automatically. Okay, how do I like let go of things? You know, both in real life and in this game as well. I just jump, okay. Well, maybe if I just jump in real life, I can do the same. Alright, let's swing up there then. Alright, easy, let's go. It seems to be in a half way where I said, like, you know, this game seems to take a more physics-based approach, because a lot of the time with games that's meant to be played like in like a more traditional platformer, but they use a like physics-based I don't know what you call it, not really control scheme, but more like physics-based approach to the character, I guess that's how you say it. It's usually gonna be rage control games. Think of stuff like Co-op, right? But this game actually isn't that difficult to control, really. It's mostly pretty smooth, so I guess it's just a way to, like, you know, differentiate itself from most platforming games. Alright, what's this? Oh, alright, this we gotta get through a couple of little bounce pads, it seems. Alright, come on. Alright, this part is gonna be more difficult because we gotta retain the, I don't know what you call it, horizontal momentum. Alright, there we are. Come on, come on. Oh, come on, stupid concept. It stabbed through my abdomen anyways. Like, I mean, just get it over with. I was already on that platform. Alright, almost there. Never fucking mind. Alright, now we can get through there. Alright, there we go. Alright, nice. Alright, how about this one? We got a couple of like little circles around. Okay, Jesus Christ, my entire leg was detached from my body, but I guess that was fine. Alright, got a couple of basic shapes in here. You guys remember that video? The square goes into the square hole, the circle also goes into the fucking square hole. I wonder how fast you can go in this game. I mean, I was seeing like other people on that ranking board. It seems that I was at the bottom. Ouch, piece of shit. I feel like maybe there is a higher skill ceiling in this game. I'm just not discovering it because I play like a stupid cunt. Alright, come on. Right, there you go. Now there's a fucking massive one. I'm certain we can't like dodge under it. Alright, never mind, we could. Alright, can we like duck? Yes, we can. Alright. Alright. Get me through. Nice. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, come on. Alright, let's try again, I guess. Jesus. Alright. I'm surprised. You know, this is why Wipeout could not do obstacles like that, because that is what happens in real life. You know, I'm pretty sure if that happened in real life, that would be a lost episode or something, okay? That could not be aired. Well, maybe it could be aired on like fucking, I don't know, Live Leak or something, but hell no on national television. You're not seeing that shit. Nice. Alright, let's do one more. I think we got the gist of this game already, but let's just do one more just for the sake of it, you know? Okay, I'll give feedback later on because we have a little like feedback section. Oh, come on. But you know, there's nothing wrong with maybe a little bit of premature feedback. What I'm thinking is, and this might be asking a lot from the creator, is that maybe they can add a mode or something where you can do like multiplayer. All right, come on, recuperate. Come on, hurry up. All right, nice. I was thinking maybe they can do like a multiplayer version of this game. I think it would be fun trying to like race against your friends. But I don't know if they're familiar with like netcode or anything, because I sure hell am not. So I don't know how difficult it would be to actually import this game into, oh, Jesus Christ, import this game into, you know, a multiplayer environment. But I think it would be cool, you know, it would turn this game into much more of a, I don't know how to say it, because I guess I'm someone who likes to compete when it comes to games. So I think it would appeal to, you know, those type of players. I think like I would definitely like, well, maybe not definitely, but I would try to fucking min-max this shit if you turn this into like a multiplayer thing. All right, come on, this seems to be a bit more difficult. How am I supposed to get through here? All right, maybe I need to like give myself a head start, you know. Bounce over there. All right, there you go. Come on, jump up there. What are you doing? All right, now over there. All right, nice. Well, we got a couple of like giant balls. Ow, piece of shit. All right. All right, nice. That's a unique tech, you know. Now that's some like speedrunner shit. All right, the physics got a little bit wacky at the end there. Not sure what happened, but all right. I think that was a pretty fun game. Got through the first couple of levels. All right, that's cool. Alright, so feedback time. So I thought it was pretty nice. This is another game that I would say is overall cool, but there wasn't anything in it that was like particularly outlandish or like notable to me. It seems like it's mostly just a pretty par for the course platformer. Maybe, you know, it introduces a little bit of, I guess, like ragdoll physics, those type of thing, which is pretty interesting, pretty, you know, cool, right? And maybe a little bit funny as well when I saw that guy's leg was straight up fucking detached. That was like pretty cool. But yeah, I think that maybe adding a multiplayer component to, you know, this game would be nice. It would make it so that this game would appeal to a player like me, you know. I like to play games where I get to compete with other players. I think that would be nice. I guess that's all for today's episode. See you all.